Hi, this is Pay Yourself First, TV Cogeco show about your financial success. My name is James Krane. I'm your host. Thanks very much for joining us this week. Well, we're continuing this week in our line of interviewing entrepreneurs who are doing something that they love to do, and it's obviously paying themselves first. And this is one that I want to bring to you folks because I personally have had an opportunity to see how this works and how this affects the lives of people, and it's very, very positive, and you can make money at it at the same time. So stick with us. It's going to be a great show. Hi, this is Pay Yourself First. Thanks very much for staying with us. My name's James Krane, and we have a wonderful show. First of all, for any of you watching, this is our very first show in HD, so this is a record, certainly a monumental occasion today. I have a fantastic guest with us who is not only going to talk about something that can help improve your lives, but can help improve your financial situation at the same time. I have in the studio with me today Veronica Touhey. Veronica, welcome.
Thank you.
So you are an independent associate with Isagenix, right?
Yes.
Okay, and we met through the Business Network International?
Yes.
And BNI, BNI is something that I'm sure you recognize is a great organization that allows you to do some networking to build your business and do things like this too. Come on TV and help promote your product line. So welcome.
Thank you.
As our viewers have noticed that over the last few shows, what we've been doing is starting to interview more entrepreneurs, people like yourself who have gone out and done it, made that extra jump, made that step into something that's going to pay yourself first, that's going to allow you to have unlimited income and do something that you enjoy doing. So what I want to do, before I get into talking about Isagenix specifically, which is you're an independent associate with Isagenix, let's just talk a little bit about your background. So where did you go to school? What's your history regarding education and stuff?
Actually, I traveled quite a bit. I did the University of Winnipeg. And from there, I was doing fine arts, and I jumped into Robertson College. I did radio and television broadcasting.
Oh, radio and television broadcasting?
Yes.
Oh, maybe we have somebody here. Just note to our producer, maybe we have somebody here who wants to work with us in the future. And
possibly.
That's interesting. That's pretty interesting in itself.
Yes, thank you. It was great. It was a great program. I enjoyed it. The professors were amazing. From there, I went into flight attending.
Hold it. How did you do that? That's an interesting transition because one certainly does not lead to the other.
No, I was actually working at the airport in order to pay for my education, and there was an opening for flight attendings or a posting, so I applied, and I got it right away. So.
Boom, you're in. Which airline? Can you say that on camera? I don't know.
It was Royal Airlines.
Can we say Royal Airlines on camera? No, I'm afraid we can't say Royal Airlines. I'm sorry, but go ahead. I'm joking. So.
Like since we've said it 3 times already.
No, we can't say Royal Airlines on camera. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it became.
What year was that?
I believe it was, originally I was thinking 2000, but it might have been sooner, maybe 1999.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right, and then so you're a flight attendant, 1999, 2000, that's getting close to 9/11 or something. Is that what sort of led you out of being a flight attendant, or was there something else? Or
no, I actually met a wonderful gentleman on a flight, and he was opening up an office for the entertainment industry, but more so manufacturing of pool tables, air hockeys. So he was a distributor for a company called Valley Dynamo, and he wanted to launch the Canadian offices, so the office in Ontario and then the one in Quebec City. So because I speak the 3 languages and he loved sort of the way I carried myself, he thought it was a wonderful opportunity for me. So he offered me a great salary and a great package to start, so I went right into that, opened up the Ontario office, then moved over to Quebec City and opened up that office.
What 3 languages do you speak? Obviously French, Canadian. You speak Canadian, English, of course, and what else? Spanish? Right? Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So there's certainly a lot of value in your education process, being able to speak more than 1 language, because that opened a door for you right there that wouldn't have opened had you not had that capability, right?
Absolutely.
And it also, I think maybe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but at that stage in your career, that may have really cemented in you the value of networking, right?
Absolutely.
Because I have to tell you, every single opportunity, every job that I've ever had has come from somebody I've met or somebody I've known, an opportunity like this. That networking thing is huge. And I guess maybe that's what led you to BNI at the same time, right?
Absolutely. Networking is a beautiful thing. I love people, have always loved people, and just getting to know them.
So you were out of being a flight attendant when the world changed in 2001?
Absolutely. When 9/11 hit, I was in Quebec City, and I realized that I wanted to be closer to home, closer to my family. So I was offered a position by one of the distributors of the gentleman that I was working with, and I moved back to Ontario, and then there was an opening at the Brampton Courthouse, which I applied for, and thanks to my wonderful 3 languages and my experience, I got that right away. So
That's fantastic. Okay, so you went from a broadcasting education into being a flight
Absolutely.
attendant, into managing an operation for a multinational corporation, and then into working at the courthouse. So what were your responsibilities there? And kind of a diverse sort of the entry into the working world. So, and I guess it gives you an idea of really seeing what you like to do, right? And it's helping you kind of find your niche, right? And
Absolutely. I think the whole time I was looking for something that really fulfilled me. So at the courthouse, I did family court and I did criminal court. So just the legal administration and the client services aspect to it. With criminal court, I did a lot of the processing for the bail hearing, so the informations that would come in and prepare the documents for court before the individuals had their bail hearing.
Okay. So then what happened after that? So how did you transition from that into what you're doing now?
Well, it was, working for the government has its benefits. So I was on a maternity leave, and I asked for an extended maternity leave because I just had my second daughter. So while I was on my maternity leave, I had realized that my health had really gone downhill. I was feeling very negative. I was emotionally and physically depleted. I had put on quite a bit of weight. So that's when I was introduced to Isagenix, and I was not interested at the business when I first was introduced, but I had such an amazing product experience. I've released over 40 pounds and kept it off.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
Thank you. It is a great accomplishment, and my energy increased. Everything just sort of changed for me, and that's when I saw the business potential of it.
Well, and that's funny. It's not funny, but that's the way a lot of people get into businesses like this, is because you dip your toe in the water by trying something first, and you go, wow, if I would buy that and it worked really well for me as a consumer, then there's got to be lots of other people out there that would work well for as well, and it sort of leads you into that next stage. So, so you've got 2 young children.
Yes.
And this, I guess, basically what this does is allows you to stay at home, look after the kids, and generate some income at the same time, right? So
Absolutely.
that is the true embodiment of what this show is all about, right? Trying to pay yourself first.
Absolutely, and I love the title because when I look back at where I was over a year ago, I really had to make that commitment to pay myself in terms of investing in my health. And when I was able to do that, I was able to be a better mom. I was able to be an entrepreneur, to be able to stay home with them and watch them grow up instead of sitting in traffic and fighting those last 2 hours at the end of the day.
I have to tell you, I don't talk about this on TV very much, but I was in the same position. I was unfortunate or fortunate enough to get packaged off with a company I'd been with for 15 years when our kids were 2.5 and 6 months old. And I stayed home for 4 years and played Mr. Mom. And so I know exactly what you're talking about. I wouldn't trade that for the world. And I'm sure as a direct result of that, I have a fantastic relationship with our kids, and as so does Leanne. But would it have been the same had I not been there for that? Maybe not. And when we talk about paying yourself first, certainly you touched on something right there that is probably the backbone of this whole pay yourself first. It's not always about paying yourself with money. It's paying yourself with self-esteem. It's paying yourself with a positive self-image and how you feel. And that's one of the reasons when I met you, I wanted to have you on the show, because I've seen how Isagenix works. As you know, my wife is a part of the Isagenix program, and we're going to get into that in a few minutes, but we've been able to see the positive results and the results that she feels. And you must see lots of people like that, right? I mean, some of the people that you've touched and been able to help their lives, how does that make you feel?
Absolutely. It's such a rewarding profession that I've begun. Just being able to see the people from the beginning of their journey and reaching their goals and creating new goals and going for them. And I know there's a lot of challenges. A lot of people begin to have emotional challenges that come up during the journey. And people could fall off the wagon and get back on, but the importance of giving them that support, giving them a product that works, giving them the nutrition to flood their body to feel stronger and healthier.
So you can see it, but you can feel it as well, right?
Absolutely.
And so again, we talk about pay yourself first, and that theme just keeps reoccurring, of course, because that's the name of the show. But the bottom line is there are so many different ways that you can pay yourself first by by helping other people pay themselves,
Absolutely.
and not just monetarily, but psychologically as well.
For sure.
Okay, so we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of Isagenix in just 1 second, but first we're going to break to a commercial. So ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Pay Yourself First, of course, TV show about your financial success. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Proper tire pressure and tread depth are critical for good fuel economy, safety, maximum tire life, and proper handling performance. Checking your tires frequently not only keeps your vehicle safe, it'll also save you money at the gas pump. You can improve gas mileage by more than 3% by maintaining proper tire pressure. Proper tire pressure is the specified air pressure given by a car maker for a certain tire on a specific vehicle. Use the recommendations listed in the owner's manual or on the inflation sticker found on the driver's side door jamb. Keep an accurate tire pressure gauge in your car and check the tires once a month when they're cold. The minimum amount of tread allowable by law is at least 1/16 of an inch or more. There are a couple ways to check tire tread depth. Use a tread depth gauge, or if you see a wear bar across the width of the tread while facing, replace the tire. For a free copy of the Be Car Care Aware Car Care Guide, or for more information, visit carcarecanada.ca.
And we're back. Thanks for staying with us. You are watching Pay Yourself First, TV Cogeco show about your financial success. I'm your host, James Krane, and we're talking with Veronica Touhey from Isagenix. Veronica, okay, we're going to talk specifically about Isagenix. How did you find, who introduced you to Isagenix first?
Her name is Angie Wagner.
I know Angie, sure.
Yeah, wonderful. So yes, I saw her, I had heard about Isagenix because I'm part of, again, networking, some mom and baby groups.
You can say BNI. Oh, was it the BNI or
No,
through another networking?
it was a mom and baby group. Someone was talking about it. And then when I went to the Strawberry Festival here in Milton, I saw Angie's booth. And so she invited me to a presentation. And I went, and you know, everyone's skeptical nowadays. So
Sure.
I was a bit skeptical at first, but I thought, you know, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. What do I have to lose? And yeah, absolutely, I gave it a try, and I saw results within 5 days.
No kidding. We want to give them a little bit of a plug. What's the mom and baby networking group that you're in, or you were in, or are in?
Oh, there's several of them. This was just, I went to the local community that they have events. So I was registered for a program, and one of the moms there said, does anybody want to go walking? And so she started to take a list of people's names
so it's very
and emails.
Casual,
oh, it was very casual, and we just started emailing each other where we were going to be walking and where we were going to be getting together. So it's nothing formal.
Okay, because I know there are like mompreneurs and things
Absolutely,
like that,
yeah.
groups in Milton. And I know that those are really valued networking groups, and we're working on getting the people involved with that into our show, again, moving forward as the season goes on.
For sure, I have a few names for you. If you're
Thank you very much. Well, hey, you know, anybody who wants to be on the show, give us a call, let us know anytime, because we're always looking for guests. But, okay, so let's talk about the different, I guess it's different product lines or the products that Isagenix has for different things. So you said there was 3 or 4 different product lines. So maybe we could expand on that. Is there a weight loss issue? And
Absolutely. So Isagenix is the world leader in nutritional cleansing and replenishing. So what that involves, it's sort of like you know, a virtual health food store. But what we do is we provide solutions for your health, solutions for weight loss and management, for energy and performance. You'll find there's a lot of athletes on the program. It really helps to increase their energy, increase their performance. We also do youthful aging, so aging at a cellular level.
Youthful aging, I like that.
It's fabulous. It's not just, you know, aging so that you look younger. It's the vitality so that you feel younger, so that you have that mental acuity as you age, so that you're able to go for walks and still enjoy life the way you do when you're in your 30s and in your 40s.
Right.
And of course, my favorite now is the wealth creation.
Of course.
So great solutions for every area in your
Well,
life.
if you find something that works and you're able to turn that into something that helps generate a little bit of income or extra income for the family, or who knows, it could be dramatic amounts of income as time goes on. If you get it at the right time, then it's like icing on the cake, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's get into each of those specifically then, because the one that I've seen initially, right off the bat, is the weight loss product line, because you know, a lot of women, people in general, I don't want to say any specific gender, but as you age, you might not be happy with the way things are progressing, and you want to do something about it. And the weight loss, what I found interesting about the weight loss program, it's not just something that says here, exercise, and which you need to do anyway, and eat right, which you need to do anyway, but there's more. Like there's the cleansing program and things to try to realign your body, right? Can you expand on that a little bit about how that all works?
Absolutely. So Isagenix really deals with some of the issues that are happening right now in our environment. So the farming industry and how things have sort of, with the pesticides and the herbicides, and how our food is becoming a little bit nutritionally bankrupt. So you're not getting the amino acids and the enzymes in your food to absorb all the nutrients. So what we do is we have some meal replacements that are loaded with the 98 essential nutrients that your body needs, the amino acids and the enzymes for you to absorb those nutrients. So basically we're giving you a full meal that gives your body everything it needs to function. I give it to my daughters in the morning so that I know that they're getting all the nutrition they need for the day.
That's fantastic.
It is.
So is this the shakes and stuff like that? Because I've seen Leanne's got one of those magic bullet things, and can I say magic bullet? I don't know. I'm learning all these things. But she's doing that all the time, and it's a true meal replacement. She's full after that, and you're not out eating the junk and stuff that you would typically eat.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's very challenging to eat in today's lifestyle. We're always on the go. We don't know what to eat. We're stopping in places that maybe aren't really serving us because we have no energy, and then we're putting food that is draining our body of more energy. So you can say ice a blender, because we have a blender.
Ice a blender,
So
okay.
make your shake in your blender and you're to go. So going back to the original question of the weight loss, it's a system. It's not like a one pill wonder. It's a whole system that addresses all the needs of that your body needs to function better and perform better. So what happens is we nourish our body, we give it lots of nutrients that it needs to function, and then there's a cleansing process to it. And it's a cellular cleanse. It's not a diuretic, so you're not going to be in the bathroom all the time. It basically just it's an aloe-based cleanse, so it's very soothing to the body. It deals with inflammation, and it helps to bind with those toxins in your body and release them naturally, so the toxins aren't recirculating in your body. So
Right. Wow.
It's a great system.
And we all have toxins circulating our body. We know that we do, certainly. And not just because of the foods that we eat, because of the environment, because of the air that gets absorbed through our skin, and there's a litany of issues that we need to combat every single day, right?
Absolutely. Our air, our environment, and you can't get away from it. It's the way life is now. So.
Right. Okay, so then the process goes that maybe you could just go through a week. You could just explain quickly, I don't know if that's even a fair question or not, but explain like a week of what you would do during this cleansing process, because it might sound a little intimidating. And you mentioned something that, really sort of struck a chord, because the first time people think that, they think of maybe something they've seen in the past or something that's designed to purge who the heck knows what, but you're going to be tied to the bathroom for the next week, but that's not the case.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I actually find, and many people have the same testimonial, that they have a lot more energy on their cleanse days and they're able to do more. So to answer your question, to give you an idea what your week would look like, and again, we try to customize it for each person, because some people's needs, they might need to go a lot slower on the program. Some people need to, they want to get that weight loss a lot faster. Some people are having a run and they want to, kind of make sure that they're in peak performance for that run. But generally, for the average person, it would be a system of 5 or 6 shake days. And so a shake day would look like a shake for breakfast. You would have a natural accelerator, which is a natural metabolism booster. It has cinnamon and cayenne pepper and apple cider vinegar, and that's a capsule. So you would have your shake and your capsule. There's also a product that is incredible. It's called the Isagenix Supreme. And what it is, it's a combination of B vitamins and something called adaptogens.
I know lots about B vitamins.
Wonderful. Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
We'll talk about that later. Right?
That's right. Yeah. But it also has adaptogens, so something found in ginseng and several other of those sort of root plants. And the adaptogens, what they do is they deal with the chemical stress, the physical stress, and the emotional stress in your body. So if you're someone who undergoes a lot of stress, it's definitely an amazing product that you want to be on. It'll improve your energy, it'll improve your sleep. It's just phenomenal. So you have those 3 things. You're snacking in between your meals, so you want to keep eating every 2 to 3 hours to keep your metabolism boosted. And then you're having 2 shakes a day and 1 healthy meal with snacks in between.
Wow, so you're not starving yourself to death?
Not at all.
Like that. And I can attest firsthand that I have seen the results. Leanne's been on this program for a while, I'm not even sure, but just to see her her attitude change and her self-esteem change when she's putting on jeans that she hasn't been able to put on in a few years, and it just changes everything, and on a bunch of different levels, and I won't get into the detail of that. But, okay, so let's talk about energy performance a little bit, because you mentioned that a lot of athletes will get onto this program for specific things, right? If they're doing a run or something like that, that it really helps them.
Oh, absolutely. What happens again is, especially for runners and athletes, when you're breathing a lot faster than the average person, you're putting in a lot more toxins in your body. They're just going through your system a lot quicker. So in terms of the cleansing process, you're going to, on a 30-day system, you might cleanse once a week or twice a week, and that's having that Cleanse for Life solution. That cleanse is going to help release the toxins from your body, and it's going to also address visceral fat, so that fat around the organs. And what that does is that that just naturally increases your performance. You're able to breathe better, so you're able to perform better. You don't have that, even someone who has like very limited fat to lose, it's still gonna improve their BMI, their body mass index, and it's gonna give them that energy that they're looking for.
So it's not something that you would want to do, or you need to do once a year, and that's it. It's something that you need to do as a regular regimen, because we're getting exposed to toxins all the time, right? I mean, it's just not like it's something that's gonna go away. It's something we need to maintain. Is that sort of the idea?
Absolutely. So once you've reached your health goals, there is a maintenance program, which is the beautiful component of this, because a lot of people, when they've done a weight loss program, they go back to those old habits, and it's creating a healthy lifestyle and creating those healthy habits to help you continue that throughout your life. So when I say you don't have to cleanse, like once a week for the rest of your life, you can do actually daily cleansing if you want. So just having a 1 ounce of the Cleanse for Life at the end of the night or first thing in the morning, or if you go a few weeks without cleansing, you can say, okay, I'm gonna incorporate that again as part of my life to help because I'm feeling a little sluggish or whatnot.
Okay, now the other component we talked about was an interesting phrase or interesting term, youthful aging. Because we all age, right? And I guess that's what you're saying is we can't reverse the effects of aging, or can't reverse aging, period, but you can certainly reduce the effects of aging, right? And slow down the aging process within yourself, right? I know we're kind of running out of time, and that's probably a whole show's worth of stuff, but maybe just expand on that a little bit, and then we'll talk about the opportunity.
Absolutely, and I'm not a certified nutritionist, I'm not a researcher, but we do have an amazing scientific board. We have isagenixhealth.net, which is an amazing resource for people who are looking into more of the science of it. And they'll definitely explain to you in more detail. We've got great tools online that will direct you with more of information on that. But what it does is we're just helping to address sort of the effects of, I'm not sure, are you familiar with telomeres?
No.
Okay, so at the end of our DNA, there's something called a telomere, and it begins to shorten as we age, and there are certain things that affect the shortening of telomeres, like smoking and, like negative lifestyle habits. And so this helps to slow down the stress on the telomere, so slow down the shortening of it. But it's an amazing product. I've had amazing results with it. I find that my energy is even more so than when I first started the program.
You have a lot of energy anyway.
I love it, yeah. I talk fast. And, we've had some great results, some great testimonials. I would highly recommend that you, you go to isamovie.com, isamovie.com, and look up telomere. Like there's a video on youthful aging, and it'll be a great resource of information.
Okay, so people want to get involved with this. How do they reach you? First of all, to try the product, and then to come on board with an opportunity. What's the best way to reach you?
If you go to www.unitedtoinspire.com,
right.
That is my website. It'll have a link to some of the Isagenix products, some of the videos, and it'll have the opportunity for you to put your name and information there for me to contact you and get back to you in regards to what you're looking for and to help you towards those goals that you're looking for. And
your email is up on the screen there, or it was up on the screen there briefly, Veronica@unitedtoinspire.com.
Yes.
Well, this is fantastic. Thanks for coming. You've been a great guest, and certainly we have a way now of we're going to pay ourselves first, not just monetarily, but physically as well.
Absolutely. Invest in your health. You'll feel like a much better person.
Invest in your health. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. We're going to be right back.